Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. So I'm super excited because today I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon with some of my booktube friends. So it is me, Bailey, Justine, Valisa, Steph, and Jess, and we are all going to be doing a 24-hour readathon together. So I thought that I would vlog it. I'm just really excited because we're also going to be hosting reading sprints throughout the 24 hours. So I think we have 4 separate sprints that we're going to be doing. So I'm just super excited. I feel like it's gonna be a really fun time. It's gonna be really motivating. And honestly, I'm not the best at doing 24-hour readathons. Not that like I don't read a lot, because I feel like I get good reading done, but I definitely never stay up. Like I'm definitely the kind of person that I cherish sleep. So I don't ever stay up late. I'm like, all right, 11 o'clock, time for bed. And then I wake up at 8. And then I just go along my merry way. So this time I'm really going to try to stay up late, wake up early, get some good reading done. So I'm super excited to be doing this. So the readathon starts at 2 p.m. and it's currently like 1:52. So I'm just gonna try to very quickly before the readathon starts, kind of tell you guys what my reading plans are for these next 24 hours. Hopefully I can like finish up some books and put a dent in my TBR because we need some help. I need some help for sure. So the first book that I want to focus on is Cultish by Amanda Montell. And this book is a book that I am already like more than halfway into right now. I'm listening to the audiobook and I think I only have about like 3.5, 4 hours left. So I can definitely finish that today. This is a nonfiction book kind of exploring the way that language plays a huge role in getting people to become a part of cults, and not even just cults, but she also mentions a lot on like multi-level marketing, soul cycle, CrossFit, like all that kind of stuff. She just talks about how people get roped into cults mainly because of language and language used to lure these people in, and she parallels that to people getting lured into these really big like pop culture phenomena like soul cycle, CrossFit, MLM, all of that kind of stuff. So it's super interesting. I'm absolutely loving it so far. I think for nonfiction, it's really accessible. Sometimes I feel like it's very easy for nonfiction books to be very boring, and sometimes I have like a very short attention span when it comes to nonfiction, but this one has kept me gripped the whole time. I feel like I'm learning so much, and it's just so fascinating, everything that is spoken about in this book, and I'm just really enjoying it. So I'm super excited to finish that one. I'm also going to be reading The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. I really wanted to read a romance in this 24-hour readathon because I just think romances are super quick and easy to get through, and I've heard really great things about this one. The story follows Jessica, and she is a single mother, and I believe she's like a freelance statistician. I only got like 30 pages into the book, so like I don't really know that much of it, but her and her friend end up touring this new DNA-based matchmaking company, and I believe she ends up striking a romance with the creator of said company. So I think it's very much like intellectual companion, intellectual equals kind of trope, and I've never really read any books like that, so I'm super excited because I just love reading books about smart people. Like it's just so cute. I love nerdy romances, and so I'm like, if we get some like nerdy shit going on, I'm gonna be really happy about it. So I'm very excited to be reading that as well. And then the last book that I'm going to be focusing on for this readathon is Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, and this one, as you guys know, I'm doing as a buddy read with Jess and Leah because I've talked about it 50 million fucking times. But I'm super excited, and I know that Leah, I believe, is in the middle of this book. I don't think she's finished it yet, so I really want to kind of hurry my shit up and read this, so I definitely want to work on this one. I'm unsure if I'm going to finish this because this has like 500 pages, and that just seems like a lot to read in one day, but you know what, I'm gonna push myself. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do it because I'm going to push myself. So I'm super excited to read this, and honestly, I do feel like I'll kind of be able to breeze through this as well because Clockwork Angel was just so enjoyable for me to reread, and that one I remembered so much of the content in that book that even when I was rereading it, like obviously I was still enjoying it, but like nothing was new to me. You know what I mean? That I feel like this one will be kind of exciting for me because I don't remember too much that happens in this book. I obviously remember very big like plot lines, but I don't really remember too much other stuff. So I'm very excited to read this and just get started on this readathon. So I have 2 minutes now until 2 o'clock, and I'm really unsure of how I want to start this readathon. I think I'm gonna try to listen to as much as I can of Cultish until our 3 p.m. reading sprint, because that is gonna be the first reading sprint that we do. So I'm super, super excited about it. And I think when we do that reading sprint, I will probably pick up Clockwork Prince. So that's just kind of my game plan for this readathon. So I literally have 1 more minute. So I'm gonna go get everything ready so that we can get started on this readathon. Hello friends. The lighting here is not amazing, but I just thought I would do a really quick update. It is around 7:45 almost, and I'm about to get ready to go hop onto the 8 p.m. reading sprints that we are doing on Justine's channel. So I'm very excited. I literally made myself an iced coffee because I started to feel a little bit tired. I have to say my reading hasn't been as amazing as I wanted it to be, but I'm planning on staying up like pretty late tonight, being a little cray-cray. So yeah. Also, I'm really sorry if I'm echoing. I'm literally in like my kitchen living room area, and it's a bit echoey because I don't have that much furniture. So, but I just want to do a really quick update on like my reading and everything. So as for Cultish, I am now at like 80%. So I have an hour and 40 minutes left, which is going to be less than that because I'm listening to it on like 1.8 speed. I'm really hoping to finish that either tonight or like tomorrow morning. I think I might actually finish it tomorrow morning because I really want to get some physical reading done tonight. On that note, during the first reading sprint and kind of like this whole time, I've just been focusing on reading Clockwork Prince. So I am now 80 pages into it. Not really that far, but I definitely am gonna try to get like a good chunk of this done during the sprints right now and afterwards and everything. Loving this, really enjoying it so far. Obviously the beginning, I feel like of all of these books is always a little bit slower, but I just think the storyline of this is so interesting and everything that is going on and the little like journeys they're taking. I'm actually surprised because like the things that are happening right now, I don't know why, but I thought happened more towards like the middle of the book. So I'm very interested in like what's gonna happen the rest of this book, because like I don't really remember that much that happens. But I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm really liking all of my reads, and I had so much fun on the reading sprints. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for that. But I will definitely update you guys after the reading sprint. So I will just talk to you guys in a bit. Hello, you guys. I'm sorry for this update that I look so terrifying, but it is now almost 11, I believe. And I was reading Clockwork Prince during the 8 p.m. sprints. So I am now on page 134. So I've made some good progress. I mean, I read 134 pages today, which is good, but I'm kind of debating if I want to continue reading this tonight or if I want to start the soulmate equation, because I feel like at least with the soulmate equation, it's an ebook, so I can like read it while I'm in bed and stuff, but I don't really know if I want to go to like in my bed because I'm so tired. So I actually think what I might do is I might read for an hour You know what? Yeah. Okay. So I'm deciding. I think I'm going to read for another hour until midnight. I'm going to try to read Clockwork Prince for another hour, see how much I can get through. And then I think after that, I'm going to get ready for bed, lay in bed, and then try to read a little bit of Soulmate Equation and see how I do with that. And I definitely want to put my alarm for like 5:30 or 6 in the morning so that I can wake up and get some good reading done before my 9 a.m. sprints. So I feel like that's like a good idea for me because I'm definitely more of a morning person than I am a nighttime person. So I feel like I would not have any issue just like waking up really early and starting to read. So I think that's what the plan is. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll just talk to you guys in the morning. Good morning, friends. All right, so it is around like 8:35-ish in the morning right now, and I'm about to get ready to go on to another live sprint. I feel like that's all I've been talking about, but I'm having one at 9 on my channel and I'm very excited. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about my updates, how my reading's been going, and all of that. I actually this morning was able to finish Cultish by Amanda Montell. I really enjoyed this book. I think it was so interesting and so informative and just very easily accessible. I liked the narrator because, like I said, I was listening to this as an audiobook and I just like really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it a 4.5 because I think earlier I had said that I was probably gonna give it like a 5-star, and I think for me the only reason why I didn't give it a full 5 stars is just because some of the chapters were a little bit long. They were really interesting, but it was just kind of like long-winded. I feel like those could have been like condensed a little bit, but honestly, it was still so good and so interesting. So like if this sounds like a nonfiction that you are interested in reading, I would highly recommend it. And I definitely recommend the audiobook. I think the audiobook is a really good way to consume the material and like not have it feel very like boring and annoying. You know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. So I'm happy because although I didn't read the entirety of that in this 24 hours, I finished it and that's what I wanted. It was one of my goals, so I'm very happy about it. As for the Clockwork Prince, I'm more than positive in my last update I had said that I wanted to read this for like an hour. I ended up only reading for like 30 minutes because I was so tired and I ended up just going to bed. I was like, I'm gonna stay up till 2, and like I drank iced coffee and everything, and the iced coffee literally did nothing for me. I was so tired. So that's what we're not doing today. But anyways, I ended up reading one more chapter, so now I'm on page 158. And you know what? I'm happy with that progress. Obviously, I still have a good amount of hours to go, but I'm definitely very happy with like how I've progressed with this because like I said, I wasn't even expecting to read a full 500 pages of this. The book is so long, but I'm just like, let me make good progress on my books, and I'm definitely gonna make more progress today as well. I'm enjoying this, but if I'm being honest, like I'm slightly bored. Like I'm just having a difficult time really feeling like, oh my god, this is a page turner, like I want to really read this, you know? But I am still enjoying it, obviously. I just think maybe like the content towards the end is what will help me a little bit more, feel more engaged. But like I had said previously, like I think the beginnings of Cassandra Clare books tend to be a little bit slower, kind of slower to start, and then like once you hit that halfway point, it's like things start happening. Yeah, but I'm still liking it. I wanted to talk a little bit about The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren as well. So I'm on page 67, I believe, and I'm also very into what's happening in this book as well. So in this, you're following Jess, and she is a statistician. She does stats for a living. I don't know how you pronounce it. And she ends up finding out about this app matchmaking company called Genetically, and basically they take your DNA and they match it to other people's DNA and they give you a percentage of a match, and then from there then you can like go on dates and stuff like that. And so her friend ends up signing up for it. She's like super against it. She's like, this is stupid, I'm not gonna do this. But she is a single mom and she's about to turn 30 and she's just kind of feeling like in a rut a little bit. So her friend convinces her to send in her DNA and to basically participate in this dating app. She sends in her DNA, and when she gets the results back, she actually gets contacted by the company to go have a meeting, and she's very confused, and she ends up finding out that there is a 98% match, the highest match that they've ever gotten, and it is between her and basically one of the creators of this company. And she's already had kind of like interactions with him. She doesn't really like him, but that's kind of where I'm at in the story right now. And I'm liking it. I think it's really interesting. I like Jessica as a character. I've not really read any books about like single parents or anything, and I'm really enjoying that aspect of it. And I'm also really into the smart people talk in this book. I just love that Jessica is so intelligent and she is not ashamed of it in any way, and I just know there's going to be some like amazing intellectual conversations between her and River. River is the name of our male love interest. But yeah, I'm just like really excited to see their dynamic and how that goes. So I think for this first reading sprint, I'm actually going to be reading the soulmate equation because I'm very interested in like what's going to happen from this point on. So far, I feel like I'm making pretty good progress on my books. I'm really enjoying the books that I'm reading, and I think it's better that I went to bed early, at least for me, because I feel like now I'm feeling more energized. Like I feel like I don't need coffee or anything right now. Like I'm just trying to just vibe out, you know what I mean? Or read my books, enjoy them, and just get some good reading done today. I think I want to kind of marathon it today. I will just update you guys afterwards, you know, the usual. All right, you guys, so it is now about like 2:15. So this 24-hour readathon is over. I had so much fun doing all the reading sprints and chatting and just all of the reading. So I was able in this live sprint to read one more chapter of Clockwork Prince. So that puts me at page 183, which I think is really good. Like I am not someone who reads very quickly. I am not someone who can read 2 books in one day. Like that's impossible for me. So I feel like even just being able to read almost 200 pages of this book, I feel great about it. And then in terms of the soulmate equation, I read about 120 pages of that book. Some of it was listening to audio, but some of it was also reading the ebook. And so I feel really good about that as well. In total, I've physically read about 300 pages this readathon. 300 pages is basically like a book, you know, a full-length novel. So I'm not mad at it. And then I did, of course, like I mentioned earlier, finish Cultish and I started that at the beginning of this readathon with about like 50% left. I feel like my progress made in this readathon was still really good. I still made the progress that I really wanted to make. I finished a book. I am halfway through the soulmate equation, and I am almost halfway. I think it's like about 1/4 of the way through Clockwork Prince. So I'm satisfied with this. I'm happy with this, but I still hope that you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. Hopefully some of you guys were able to tune in to some of the reading sprints. They were super fun. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will just talk to you all in my next video. Bye.